Hey guys, Joseph James here once again from theschooloftrade.com, and in today's three-part series, we're going to be covering the 3 steps to your trading success. Now, of course, as new traders, a lot of this fear, lack of confidence, the anxiety that comes along with learning how to trade, well, it ultimately comes from having very chaotic markets that we trade. Of course, there's lots of things going on, lots of different things to choose from, so it can be very difficult to begin learning how to trade if you don't know what to look for. Right? And some of these different things that make the markets very chaotic are, of course, we have lots of different markets we can trade. Right? The E-minis, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the Russell, the S&P. Maybe the currencies, of course, the euro, the pound, the yen. Commodities like gold and crude oil, and fixed income such as bonds and notes. So we've got lots of different markets to choose from. We have different time frames we can trade as well. Whether or not you want to be a scalper on a fast time frame, a day trader on a medium time frame, or a position trader on a slower time frame. Right, we also have different levels of support and resistance we have to watch out for. High of day, low of day, open and close, moving averages, pivots, Fibonacci's. Guys, the list goes on. Not to mention, once you find all the stuff to look for, then we have to know when to trade. Are we trading breakouts? Do we trade failed breakouts? Do we buy pullbacks, sell retracements? Should we focus on trading at the open or at the close? During news events or around news events? How about the US session or the Euro session? Maybe the Asian session, right? Which of these is the best times to trade? So these chaotic markets, lots of different variables, well, they can make it very difficult for a new trader to understand how to get success in your trading. So how does the School of Trade make it so easy to learn? Well, we make it as simple as 1, 2, 3. And in today's video, we'll talk about step number 1, which of course is to watch for simple price patterns. Now, of course, we talk about these 3 simple steps to your success. Entry pattern, entry rules, look for the confirmation, and then pull your trigger. So of course, step number 1, to watch for patterns, what exactly are we watching for? Well, first of all, we have to identify levels. If we're looking for patterns, we first need to identify the levels and then watch for those patterns around those areas. So the first step is find a price level. Now these price levels are very easy to see because they're located automatically for us with our auto levels indicator. Now we've done plenty of videos on our different indicators, so make sure you check out the different videos on the auto levels indicator. In fact, you can search for it in our YouTube page if you go to the search function and just type in auto levels indicator, and it will tell you guys all about that indicator. But of course the price levels, that's the easy part. The indicator does all the heavy lifting for us. Now once we identify one of those important price levels, we'll then, of course, watch for these very simple patterns. And, of course, you've heard me say before, we have these 3 simple patterns, the wave, the breaker, and the 2-step. Good example, here's a wave pattern. We, of course, know that we're looking for a pullback. We'll buy the pullback to a rising trigger line, right, for the wave pattern. Here's an example of the wave pattern with the breaker pattern. You've got the initial breaker long entry that is above that swing high level right there, that horizontal blue line. We break above that swing high. There's your breaker long. But then we can also, of course, buy the pullback to the trigger line, a rising trigger line, for a wave entry long. So these are 2, right, a wave setup pattern and a breaker setup pattern. And then, of course, don't forget about your 2-step pattern. 2-step pattern, obviously, is a counter trend pattern. And, of course, we're going to take, in this example, where the short-term trend is down, we will see a swing high being marked right there in the center of your monitor there. Once we break above that swing high, right, counter trend trade again, that will be your entry there for your 2-step long. Okay, so we look for these very simple patterns, the wave, the breaker, and the 2-step, right, around these very important levels. Okay, so in conclusion, we locate the important levels first with our auto levels indicator. Once the auto levels indicator has found that level for us, we then watch for our simple patterns. And again, guys, keep an eye out for our next video, which will talk about step number 2, which of course is our entry rules. So we talked about entry pattern first, identify the levels first, then look for the entry pattern. Next video will be the entry rules. We'll go over all of our rules that will help us pull the trigger with more confidence. Again, guys, my name is Joseph James. Thanks for your time tonight. We'll see you guys in the room tomorrow morning. Hope the video helps, and be on the lookout for part number 2 of this 3-part series.